Hello everyone out there. Thank you for watching my video. Uh, right now it's in the morning. I've just gotten out of bed and I'm in a tub of ice water. As you can see, I'm in a tub of ice water and I have about 15 2-liter bottles of frozen water, ice, in the tub of water with me. And I think this is important for health. Cold adapting the body and using cold bath or ice or ice water to reconnect yourself back to nature. And when I say reconnect yourself back to nature, that's one thing that we avoid. We avoid the cold, and we stay in, and we act like the cold is like some type of evil. But actually, the cold is your friend. It's a really good thing. The cold is just as important as the sun. The cold and the sun are major sources of energy and healing. And if you cold adapt, it's one way to find the real you and reconnect to what's real and be the best you possible by facing this reality. Okay, so I became aware of this about a few years ago. I was looking through the internet. I had like some health issues of my own. I was still kind of sleep, like as far as being aware of nature and all of the benefits that it offers you. And at this time, I ran across Wim Hof on the internet. Wim Hof is the Dutch guy. He's called the Iceman. He's known for doing all these big physical feats involving ice. And he's in the Guinness World Book of Records for many of these feats. Wim Hof, he has done things like climb the highest mountains like Everest and places like this. I think he was Everest. Double check me on that. And he did it with almost no clothes on. He has the record for the Guinness World Book of Record for being submerged in ice up to his neck for more than 2 hours. And I saw the video. He didn't even flinch. It doesn't bother him at all. And he also has the record. I saw another video where he's in the Arctic and he's running barefoot. He's running I think a full marathon or a half marathon barefoot, which is extremely dangerous. Like you could get frostbite, and he did that, and it's really amazing. And this guy he's not that young either. He's like in his 50s, so it's really impressive. And when I saw this initially, I just kind of thought that it was just like a circus show, like he's doing it just to get attention, and like there's no benefit from it. He's just doing it just to stand out and I guess be famous, or I don't know, make money, whatever people do to to be something else or pursue their dreams. But I later learned that there was more to it. Like he wasn't doing it. The reasons that he was doing it, it was to make himself healthier, to pull life into his body, and to be strong and be connected to nature and being what's real. I think that that's one way to strengthen ourselves and empower ourselves by connecting back to what's real. And these days we don't really know what's real anymore. We have to find out what's real. And that's what my videos are for. I'm trying to tell you or mention to you some things that are real so that we can connect back to what's real. And I discovered Wim Hof, and Wim Hof, he mentioned something that really resonated with me. He said that the cold is your friend. The cold is your friend. Don't avoid it. And that really resonated with me, and I took that as, the world is your the world is your friend. Reconnect back to it. And shortly after finding Wim Hof, I found Dr. Jack Kruse, Kruse spelled with a K. And I learned like the mechanisms like of how this works and what it does to you and how it can heal you and how it can improve your physical performance. And he had like a series of blogs on this, and I read them, and they were really interesting, really compelling. And I decided to implement this protocol on my own to see if it actually works and see if all the hype is true. And right now, I'll tell you like how it worked for me, and I'll give you some of the information of how the steps unfolded when I performed this for myself. All right, I'll start. When I first started this, it was really, really miserable. Like I couldn't even do like 5 minutes. Like I would sit my body in the cold water, and it's just extremely uncomfortable. And you start like if you look at me now, I'm submerged in the water. I'm comfortable, but in the beginning, a couple of minutes, I would be hyperventilating and going crazy in the first 5 minutes. And it feels like knives are sticking into you. And it feels like your body's being squeezed, and it's like a burning feeling. But that, as you can see, that goes away. But I persisted. I kept going. I kept doing it, and I did it about 3, 4, sometimes 5 days a week. And I added on like a minute or two about every session. And up until about around a month, to the point of about a month of being consistent and doing it almost every day, I was able to comfortably do 30 minutes in the ice without any problem. So after this, around this time, I could consistently do 30, 35, 40 minutes. And of course, the 45 minutes will be kind of pushing it, but I did it to push the envelope and try to further my adaptation and get the benefits. And that's another reason why I kept doing it, because I saw the benefits, and the benefits were huge, and the benefits were fast. Like I noticed that I was losing weight incredibly fast. I'm talking like I would get out of the water and literally look in the mirror and see myself like much smaller, and that, like it makes you pee a lot, so you can, like I was like sometimes like 3 pounds less after one session. And as far as physically, at that time I was running like 6 miles about 3 times a week, and I was weightlifting about 2 or 3 times a week. And those things improved dramatically. Like my recovery was much better after while I was doing these things. And my run, for example, I was able to do like a 6 mile run, and like in the middle of my run, it usually take me like an hour to do my 6 mile run. And usually in the middle of my run, I would be able to just accelerate like into almost an all-out sprint without it really burning me out and affecting the rest of the run. And I found this really incredible. And I tried this because I felt like I had more in the tank. And when I tried it, I realized that I did have more in the tank. And I think it's due to the fat burning abilities that this gives you. It teaches your body how to burn fat. And I'll cover some of these things in a later video when I explain like some of the like the mechanics of it, what it does to your body and how it changes your body. And another benefit that I got from it was that I was able to handle stress like much better. I guess one example that you can see now is that I'm in a tub of ice, and if you're not used to this, you know that it's miserable, and I'm very, very calm. And also, my mind was working better. Like, if there's less stress, of course, you could think better. You can do your work, like, and you can even be in a stressful situation, and it doesn't stress you out, you stay calm, because I guess, when the situation you're in, like a kind of a chaotic situation, but you remain calm, and I guess that carries over to the rest of your life as well. All right, so I just covered some of the main things and talked about some of the main things with taking ice baths and cold adapting your body and reconnecting back to nature. In one of my future videos, I'm going to talk about some things you can add to this to improve it. I'm also going to talk about some ways to help you cold adapt even faster and even easier. Some other things that you can do to make this easier, and you can improve faster and get the benefits faster. And I'm also going to talk about like what this does to you, some of the science behind it, and I'm going to talk about some of the theory that Dr. Jack Cruz mentions in his blogs, which is it's really interesting. And yeah, so if you're interested in this video and you like what you've heard, and you like my video, please press the like button and subscribe to my channel, because there will be a lot more coming, and I think it'll be really interesting. I'm going to cover a variety of topics related to nature and how it can empower us. So if you have any comments, please drop them in the comments section, because my mind is open for improvements, and my mind is open to learn new things in regard to what nature can bring us. And specifically for this video, I would like to know more about cold adaptation, if you know anything about it, and if you have anything that you would like to share with the community. And I will also drop some links below in the comment section, so that you can kind of get an idea of what